real estate questions. So bring your questions. I've been prepping for this video, and I've been holding off to make this video until I had my proper setup. So I just came back from Mexico, as most of you know already, where I was doing the live streams. So tonight I have to go back to Mexico. So another personal item came up. So I will be doing the live streams back in what's now becoming my formal studio for the entire month of August. All right, so let me make sure that the audio is working okay over here. As you're coming in, let me know if you can see me. All right, so we're gonna get going and get started with this online real estate marketing Q&A. I'd been prepping for this video for a while, where I already have quite a bit of questions lined up. But as you're coming in, let me know in the comments section what questions you might have about real estate, and anything is on the table. Want to get through as many as we possibly can. I have a fairly long list right now, so we're going to go ahead and get started as we allow folks to hop on in. So as you're coming in, a like is going to go a long way. Also, any questions, please comment down below. It's a great opportunity for us to address them. So going right into it, one of the questions that comes up on how to get started with online real estate marketing is, how much should I spend? You're looking to do some advertising in your business in some capacity, and the question becomes, I want to launch Facebook ads. How much should I be spending? I want to launch Google ads. How much should I be spending there? Well, the general rule of thumb, and I have to go from a general standpoint, everybody's business is different. Your goals on how many deals you want to close is considerably different. So I just want to give you a bare minimum number. So with Facebook ads, I encourage you to spend at least $300 per month for 3 months. Let me repeat that. Facebook ads, $300 a month for 3 months. That equates to $900. That's going to give you plenty of time to split test. That's going to give you plenty of capital to see what ads are driving traffic, which ads are not, which ones are converting into leads, which ones are not. So it gives you some breathing room as to the effectiveness on Facebook ads for you specifically, for the market, for yourself, and all that fun stuff. With Google ads, it's $500 a month for, again, 3 months. We want to give it enough run rate to see if this is going to work for our business. Does this mean that our ad copy, is that correct? Are our landing pages on point? Am I following up in a manner that I should? Essentially, you're getting the up at bats that you need, right? So we're talking about Facebook ads, $300 a month, Google ads, $500 a month for 3 months straight. So just giving you rule of thumb. If you're doing more than that, great, awesome, congratulations, God bless you. But if you're not, this is a great entry point. Give you some benchmarks to shoot for. Ariel looks great. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so let me know if you have any questions down below about anything. So online real estate marketing, well, I shouldn't say about anything, online real estate marketing related. So happy to address any questions that come up. So that's the first question that comes up. How much should I spend in my advertising for my real estate business? So the second question that comes up is, where do I start? I want to get started. I have some money saved up. I'm ready to quit my job today, but I understand that I need the business. So where should I start? Where can I best allocate my money? For my money right now, it's still Facebook ads. I would strongly suggest that you get started with Facebook ads. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the blueprint, which actually goes into question number 2. How do I get started with Facebook ads? So which opportunity from a paid perspective makes sense for the online marketing right now? Well, it's Facebook ads. And then the second question is, how do I get started? Well, I guess it's 2A, and this is question 2B, if you will. How do I get started? You have your personal page, you have your personal Facebook page. Then you're looking at, sorry, I have a flight back to Mexico, and it looks like it's delayed. Maybe I have to head to the airport here in about 10 minutes. All right, so where to get lost my train of thought. We're gonna get right back into it now. Where to get started? Jumpstart blueprint. Sorry, you're gonna have your personal Facebook page. Then you have your business Facebook page. So you're going to create your Facebook business page. Then you're going to go on to create your business manager. And I know that I'm throwing a lot of it at you, but I just want you to get everything condensed. You can go and research these independently as we get going. So you're going to create your business manager account, create another ad account within your business manager, and then install your Facebook pixel on your websites or your landing pages. So that is the setup that you need to go through. And then you're going to run your ads. So again, create your Facebook personal page, then create your business page, create an ads manager, create your ad account, and then install your Facebook pixel, and then run your ads. So make sure that whenever you create your business manager, you go ahead and create another ad account and also connect it to your business page in order to run your ads. All right, so let's see. How long does it take to get started seeing results, sir? With Facebook ads, I'm a complete beginner after I start doing ads for my first client. Well, you should be seeing results from your first day in terms of leads coming in. Now, conversion is going to be longer. So I can tell you that whenever I launch ads, depending on the ads that I'm talking about, like if it's a just listed ad, if it's a just sold ad, if it's a coming soon ad, if it's an open house ad, really most of the ads I expect to have traction within the first 24 hours. And that's me. I'm not saying that I'm just anything special, but I'm saying I know what I'm looking for. I know the results that I generally see in markets. So if I don't see any results in 24 hours with the ad copy that's already proven for me, especially since I've run ads in all 50 states at this point, from my personal team and also from the agency side, I know which ads are going to pop off. And if they haven't popped off within 24 hours, I'm already going back and making some adjustments. So you can see results instantly, basically, is what I'm talking about. Now, conversion, that's a different story. Conversion, it's not gonna be as instantaneous, but for you, it sounds like you're a digital marketer or a marketing agency of some kind. So giving you an understanding there. Is Facebook the best platform for lead gen? It is from the paid side. It is from the paid side for my money. It's the simplest to use. It's one that you can get into, and it's gonna feel like you're having to learn the world at the beginning, but it's not that difficult once you get going. It's certainly a lot simpler than Google Ads. So starting from that context, yes. Now, one of the questions that come up, and great questions by the way, keep them coming. What should I automate? So this question comes up generally, and I had to rephrase the question the way that it was coming in. Generally, people are asking, well, they're not even asking, they're saying, I don't have time. Well, if you don't have time, we need to reprioritize. Once we prioritize, then we determine if you have time or don't have time. But assuming that you reprioritized and know that you need to gain some time back, well, we need to understand, how do we buy some time back? We either need to implement some systems that we either cut everything off first, or we implement some systems, we implement some software, or we add some additional team members to buy some time back. So as we're talking about what should I automate, the easiest way to buy some time back is to automate your emails and to automate your texts. That's something that is very simple to do. It's not difficult at all. You can get a CRM, very low cost out there. I'll go ahead and address the CRM question. If you're looking for a low cost CRM out there, I would not recommend LionDesk, because that is just trust me, don't go with LionDesk any longer. I'll make a video on why LionDesk still sucks, to follow up on why I left LionDesk to begin with. But consider using Follow Up Boss, consider using Realty Juggler, consider using KB Core, Boomtown, using those CRMs. Now, the first two that I gave you, Realty Juggler and Follow Up Boss, those are the lower cost solutions for you. And then the more expensive ones are KB Core and Boomtown. So those are great software to use. How do you feel about platforms like Sync or Boomtown? I like both of them. I like both of them a lot. The downside there is that they cost a little bit of money. So there you go. So from the automating standpoint, automate your emails, which is essentially your follow-up. Automate your text, which is essentially your follow-up. Do not automate the phone calls. The phone calls have to be made by you or some member. Do not robocall your leads that are coming in. Give them that personal attention, especially since we're talking about online marketing. All right. So website. Do you need a website? Yes, you do, but not in the way that you would think. So when it comes to your website, you need a website more for content management, more for content production. So you need a place to park your content and continue building yourself, your personal brand. Now, here's where I'll give you the one caveat. When you're with your website, try your hardest, try your darnest to have a website that is you. Because what happens is if you use a website that is provided to you by the brokerage and you leave that brokerage, then you're in trouble because they're going to keep that. So have a website that you control, have a website that you keep, have a website that is branded to yourself, and of course have the appropriate disclosures. But at the end of the day, your website is more for content management, and anything else that you add to it is a bonus. It's awesome. So a lot of people swear up and down by their IDX. The IDX is not going to bring home the bacon. It just won't. It may sound awesome. Hey, people can search on my website for listings. Your interface, regardless of which one you're using, even KV Core, regardless if you're using Syncs, regardless if you're using any website that has an IDX, it cannot hold a candle to what Zillow has, what Trulia has, what Realtor.com has, what Homes.com has from an IDX perspective. So meaning giving people, the consumers, access to the MLS. It just cannot hold a candle. So you're competing against billion-dollar companies and you're going to lose every time. So if you are looking for a website, I would much rather you have a website that has great content management where you can post blogs, where you can post videos, where you can provide value to the consumer that's going to help you from an SEO perspective. I would much rather have a website that has that as opposed to an IDX website. The IDX website will not win you the business. It won't, because you and I have both seen it when we're showing homes and somebody says, hey, can we go look at this property? They're not going from your website. They are going from, hey, I saw this on Zillow. So I hate to break it to you because some of you are paying the IDX feeds $50 to $200 just to have the feed. And I'm not even talking about the interface or have the website. For those of you that have researched that, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the IDX feed. So that's my personal 2 cents on it. Now, when we talk about what website providers, if you're looking for the most robust, the most flexible, the most the standard, if you will, a WordPress website is fantastic. If you're looking for a done for you / easy to manage type of website, then you're looking at Wix websites or Squarespace websites. Those are the types of websites that are good. They're not going to index as well with your blogs. They will index, but they're not going to index as well as if you were doing it on WordPress. But the downside to WordPress, going back to the first example that I give you, is a little bit harder to learn. So there's the trade-off. So that's a little bit about websites. Do you need landing pages? Yes, you do need landing pages if you're making an offer that you're trying to get somebody's contact information for. And at this point, WordPress websites have some great plugins to where you don't need landing page generators, because there's a lot of good ones out there, but you're double paying. So whatever platform you go with, whether that's Squarespace, whether that's Squarespace, yeah, or WordPress or Wix or whatever, there are components, there are add-ons, there are add-ons to those websites that you can create pop-ups and collect people's information that way. As far as the biggest opportunity, so another question that comes up is, what's the biggest opportunity in online marketing for real estate leads right now? From the organic side is, you're looking at it right now if you're on YouTube. So I understand that I'm broadcasting on Facebook as well, but YouTube is by far the best opportunity for you right now. One, because you're still early to the party, where regardless of the regardless of the city that you research, there are a lot of people that are searching for information on Orlando, on Dallas, on New York City, Seattle, what have you, but there's not enough agents making content for that. So you're still early to the party. If you start making video and start posting it on YouTube, you're going to win, period, point blank. That is my firm belief. That's this recording. In 3 years, we're going to have a different conversation. In 3 years, we're going to have a different strategy. But right now, since you're still one of the earlier adopters to this medium, which is YouTube, you don't have to be the best, right? That's the beauty of being early to the party. That's the beauty of adopting something before it gets saturated. you're first. You don't have to be best. That's the beauty of it, right? So from the biggest opportunity, YouTube by far. A second, a distant second, I would say blogging from a local perspective. That's a great way to generate leads. Now, the reason that these are, for my money, the biggest opportunities is because these do take some time to get off the ground. And that's where a lot of us are more gravitating towards the Facebook ads, the YouTube ads, the Google ads, and for the instant pops in our business. And we fail to realize that we can plant these seeds today and enjoy the shade a year from now or 6 months from now. So having those realistic expectations is appropriate. So if you can stay consistent on this, again, the YouTube journey or the blogging journey, you're gonna win because you're duplicating yourself. Do you have training on YouTube marketing? Steven, that's a great question. I do. I have the YouTube Jumpstart, which covers YouTube and just getting you into production, into a YouTube channel that has all the fundamentals. It's just a jumpstart. It's designed to get you from A to Z all the way through in about 45 minutes. So it should be linked down below, YouTube Jumpstart. If not, let me know. But from the organic side, there is nothing better. Now, one of the questions that comes up is, well, I want to get started with social media. What do I post? My formula is very simple. You create content that engages, you create content that educates, and you create content that prospects. So let's repeat that again. So your social media blueprint, your formula, your cadence is very simple. You create content that engages, you create content that educates, and you create content that prospects. If you follow these pillars, if you follow this formula, you're going to win, period, point blank. So let's talk about content that engages. Content that engages, and regardless of the social media platforms that you're talking about, content that engages is designed to bring attention to you. So let's talk about Facebook. When you create content that engages, it's just to create that party feel where people are coming to your party to engage, to network. So people are coming to your social media profile to do just that. Some of the best ways of doing that include posting memes. Some of the best ways of doing that is asking questions that don't even have to do anything with real estate. Understanding that you just need engagement on your profiles is the principle that makes this category work for you. So engage. Anything that engages is going to win, right? So that's the purpose of it. You don't have to try to prospect. You don't have to tell people that you're a realtor. You're trying to do too much with that type of content. You have one singular purpose: engage. That's it. We need to create engagement. Second, the second type of content is educational content. This is where we take that engagement, where we take these types of posts where we educate people. This is where we take that engagement and we take the opportunity to educate people. So the more people that comment, the more people that like, the more people that share your content, well, what Facebook is going to see is, wow, every time Jaime posts, his family members all share his content or his friends all share his content, or everyone else kind of engages, right? So next time I post, when I post an educational piece, whether that's how to buy a house, how to sell a house, how to avoid getting ripped off when you're buying a FSBO, how to avoid the common mistakes when you are refinancing, when I'm providing content, whether that's in a written form, an image form, or in a video form, and I'm educating with somebody, I'm taking that relationship that's already been established and I'm going deeper with it. So when people come back to my page, so come back, again, this works with Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything. Once they come back to my page and they're getting educated along the way, I'm building that relationship. I'm providing value to that individual. And I am strengthening that position of authority that I get to speak from now. Is this making sense? So let me know in the comment section if that's making sense, because I don't want to lose people. This is so critical. Once you understand this formula, your life is going to be different. Your life is going to be so much easier on social media. I guarantee it. I see some of the books you have read recently on your Instagram. What is your favorite book recommendation? What a great question, Steven. I love that. Never Split the Difference. That one's been my favorite one so far. Never split the difference. My favorite book of all time is Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. But Never Split the Difference is going to be a book that I come back to every single year. It's just got so much good stuff. Just in the stuff that I learned in that book, I was able to take some people that had owed me some money from some previous client work, and through those negotiations tactics, I collected, like, how much was it? Like $2,000, something like that. But it was cool. It was good. Great question. So recap: content that engages, content that educates. You're building that authority. You're providing value. You're strengthening that relationship, right? And then the last type of content that you post is prospecting content. So what I like to call it sometimes is collaboration. So you invite people to collaborate with you. That's where you remind people who the heck it is that you are and what you do, right? So it's an opportunity to reintroduce yourself. So Jaime Resendiz, Realtor, Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's where that type of messaging is appropriate. So when you're talking about prospecting content, where you're talking about content that invites the collaboration, it gives people an opportunity and reminds people what you do. But also with the types of posts that I encourage, it's very ninja selling. I'm not going out there and saying, hey, I'm Jaime Resendiz, the best real estate agent in Dallas-Fort Worth. Reach out to me for your next home buying journey. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because that's it's just not going to work. It's a great way to lose your credibility. That's a great way to lose your engagement. So when you prospect, you're going to have to go through some ninja. You're going to go through some ninja strategies, such as an example is, what year did you buy your first house? When you post that type of content, that's a way that you can prospect, because now you've asked a question. But also, when people start posting 2009, 2001, or I plan to buy this next year, they're telling you who the homeowners are. So by them commenting, they're self-identifying. Hey, I own a house, Jaime. Get in my DMs. They don't say that flat out, but that's how I interpret their comment. It's an opportunity for you to collaborate. So again, you're inviting the collaboration. So that's where the conversation starts. So that's one type of content, one type of post that and just give you ideas of prospecting. Another example of prospecting post that will get people actually reaching out to you. That's actually my ride to the airport, folks. Another example is if you offered if you were offered $5,000 more for your house, would you sell it? $5,000 more than your house is valued, would you sell it? That's another type of post. Folks, I have to go tend to this emergency. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be live streaming from Mexico.